The president of the Philippines has just admitted that he used to personally kick suspected criminals. During a speech to businessmen late last night, President Rodrigo Duterte said that when he was the mayor of Davao City, he drove around on a big motorcycle and, in his words, looking for trouble to set an example for hesitant police officers.
Isa sa na-discover namin na mga impormasyon, ito ay naibigay sa akin noong 2016 ay yung bank accounts ni Duterte at ng kanyang pamilya.
Hindi ako nagmamakalinis. Marami rin akong nanakaw pero naubos na. So, wala na.
I can explain very well legit explanation. But hindi naman ganun kalaki. And kasi uwi ako ng Davao Monday. Sabi ko ni Trillanes, nandoon siya, I requested mas mabuti daw yung abogado appear sa akin kasi he can explain fully. Hindi naman siya but a little less than 200 million. Hindi naman ganun kalaki.
Pero magkano po lahat kayo?
Hindi ko nga alam eh. Sabi ko, gusto ko buksan ngayon. Wala mang opisina pala.
So, nung una lumabas yun, dininay ng spokesman nyo. Then the following day, you admit. Ano po masabi mo?
Kasi walang account na 200, a little lesser than 200 million.
Sir, how come yesterday you said thousands and that reached millions? Before that, you said
Hindi ko kasi maano yung ang zero. It's either may zero ba o walang zero.
Nalito kayo, sir? Nalito sa zero?
Oo, ang bilyon na pinag-usapan eh.
Sir, now you're confirming that those deposits are real.
Yeah. Ang sinabi ko, wala akong deposito na ganun kalaki. Hindi ko sinabi na wala akong, I mean, I've said it in a different way. Wala naman akong deposito ng ganun kalaki. Kaya nag-usap na akong ngayon.
Bakit hindi yun na ilagay ito sa alin?
As of yun eh. Wala na, ginastos ko na. Happy ako. Little less than
Okay, you call the bank, sir?
yes, open.
When, sir?
For Attorney
Monday
Panelo. For Attorney
No,
Panelo.
when did you call the bank today?
Today.
To open it on Monday.
Kung open on Monday,
For
in front of the Llanes and Panelo. Huwag muna silang pakialaman. Allow Panelo to explain first
Okay.
the legal ramifications.
At ang nilalaman nito ay nakakagulat. Nakita namin na daang-daang milyon ang pumapasok sa mga accounts ni Duterte. Joint account si Sara Duterte at si Pangulong Duterte. Every 6
said that based on his statement of assets, liabilities, and net worth, President Duterte's wealth grew almost threefold from over 9.5 million pesos in 2007 to 28.54 million in 2017. Former Davao City Vice Mayor Paulo Duterte more than tripled his net worth, while Davao Mayor Sara Duterte Carpio's wealth grew 6 times in the same time period. The Philippine Center for Investigative Journalism, or PCIJ, reported significant increases in the net worth of the president and his children while they were in public office. This happened even as the Dutertes received modest salaries from their public offices and even as the companies they own or co-own posted negligible earnings. The PCIJ also claimed that the Dutertes did not declare their ownership of an unregistered law firm in their SALN, as well as shares in several companies. PCIJ Executive Director Malu Mangaha has also said that they have tried to reach out to the Duterte administration many times in the past 5 months before the report was published.
We're not singling out the president. I think he knows that we want to promote the public's right to know about how compliant with laws our top public officials are. I think they should actually just put their house in order. We've never actually kept this story a secret from them from the beginning of time. We actually were going around government agencies to get certification, authentication of documents.
every 6 months may pumapasok na dividendo galing kay Sammy Uy papunta sa accounts ni Duterte, ni Sara, Baste, Pulong at Hamlet. Lahat ito tumutotal ng 40 to 55 million every 6 months. Buong pamilya ng Duterte ay kumikita sa illegal tax. Dahil sa impeachment case ni Sara Duterte, ang mga bank accounts na ito ay lalabas at makikita ninyo na si Sammy Uy ay nagbibigay ng pera kay Sara Duterte at buong pamilyang Duterte. ang buong paniniwala natin na si Duterte ang pinakang galit sa illegal na droga. Pero ang katotohanan, siya pala ang may pinakamalaking drug cartel dito sa Pilipinas. Ito pong mga impormasyon na to ay nakalap namin. Hindi po ito gawa-gawa at nakita natin ito ay nasuportahan ng kaso mismo ng International Criminal Court. Hindi magsisimula ang kaso ng ICC kung yan po ay gawa-gawa lang. Napakagagaling po ng mga investigador dyan. Hindi ka pwedeng gumawa-gawa lang ng kwento dyan.
What are your sins? Ako? Sabi mo sa militarya, anong kasalanan ko? Nagnakaw ba ako dyan? Ni piso? Hindi ako nagmamakalinis. Marami rin akong nanakaw pero naubos na. Did I prosecute somebody na pinakulong ko?
Wala nang patumpik-tumpik si Pangulong Duterte. Isang matinding birada kay De Lima ang pinakawalan nito kaugnay ng kinasasadlakang kontrobersiya ng senadora sa House Committee hearings.
She was not only her driver, she was the nation.
Hindi rin nagustuhan ni Duterte ang tila matapang panaasta ni De Lima kahit sunod-sunod na naglabasan ang mga testigong nagsasabing kumita umano siya sa illegal drugs trade sa Muntinlupa. Sabi ni Duterte, mistulang dinagukan ng napakalaking leksyon ang senadora at walang ibang dapat sisihin kundi si De Lima mismo.
Unanda ko yan, bakalin ko. Yan nga, that is a lesson to be learned. But we know at the start what we planted the intrigues there. I am just as, well, not really. I've learned a lot during my prosecution days. We planted evidence. We arrested persons. We first planted the intrigues so that we would know where they were, from where they came from. Ang kasalanan ko lang, yung mga extrajudicial killing.
Hindi lang droga ang kinasangkutan ng sindikato ni Duterte. Nandiyan na yung Farmally at yung iba't ibang pinagkakitaan nung COVID.
President Rodrigo Duterte defends two personalities involved in controversies about the government's pandemic spending. In his recorded Talk to the People aired Tuesday, August 31, he talks about former presidential advisor Michael Yang and former Budget Undersecretary Lloyd Christopher Lau.
Kasi si Michael Yang doon negosyante ito, Adre. Hindi naman ito sabihin mo na nagtatapon ito ng pera. May contact ito sa China na malalaking korporasyon at siya ang pagador, so made their entry here.
Duterte also admits it was he who appointed Lau to critical posts in the government. He says he trusted Lau, who previously worked with him in his 2016 campaign team and when he was Davao City Mayor.
Hindi namin inimbestigahan, Presidente. But the fact is, you have to connect when Parmali came in. And when Parmali came in was at the time the President saw them. All right?
Gordon adds, when push comes to shove, they may have to ask Go.
Former Health Secretary Francisco Duque III says it was then President Rodrigo Duterte who ordered the transfer of 47.6 billion pesos in COVID-19 funds from the Department of Health to the procurement service of the Department of Budget and Management in 2020. Based on a Commission on Audit report, the 47.6 billion peso COVID-19 fund includes PSDBM contracts with formerly Pharmaceutical Corporation, which was accused of selling overpriced medical supplies to the government. During the oversight hearing conducted by the House Committee on Appropriations, Duque tells members of the panel that the order to transfer funds from DOH to PSDBM was made by former President Duterte in their weekly meeting or Talk to the People program.
Isama na rito yung Sinovac na vaccine na tinubuan nila ng 2,000 piso bawat isang vial at umorder sila ng 50 million vials. Sa madaling salita, 100 billion pesos ang kinita sa isang transaksyon na ito. Ito rin ang dahilan kung bakit pinigilan nila ang pagpasok ng Pfizer at Moderna at inuna nila yung pinakamahinang klaseng vaccine para sa mga Pilipino. Nandiyan na rin yung mga mask, personal protective equipment, yung face shield, yung mga ventilators, yung mga rapid tests, yung RT-PCR, at iba pang mga gamit nun. Yung inaakala ninyo na natulungan kayo noong panahon ng pandemic, ang totoo nito ay pinagkakitaan pa tayo.
The senators keep looking for the technical and financial requirements of Parmali. Wala ka nang pakialam dyan. Parmali is really a Parmali corporation sa Singapore. Doon yan nag-provide. Ito si Michael Yang, whom I knew for the last 20 years na negosyante ng Davao, siya yung inutusan ko initially noon nung I made contacts with the Chinese. Eh, siyempre may negosyo, nakikisali. Negosyante. Ano ba magawa mo?
Ang sindikato ni Duterte din ang nagpasok ng mga pogo sa Pilipinas. Itong pogo ay naging pugad ng iba't ibang krimen. Human trafficking, cyber pornography, money laundering, at iba pa. Na-discover na dito sa mga Quadcom hearings na lumabas yung mga pangalan nila, Alice Guo, at iba pa. Makikita natin dito, si Michael Yang ay kasama sa Pharmaly, kasama rin siya sa Pogo, at kasama siya sa drug cartel. Sa makatuwid, ang pinaglingkuran ni Duterte ay hindi Pilipino, hindi kayo, kung hindi si Michael Yang ng China. Sa mga nagsasabi na ang lahat ng mga nangyaring ito ay isang political na away between Marcos at Duterte, 2017 pa lang ay final ko na ang kaso. Wala pa po sa pwesto si President Marcos. Halos 8 taon na inimbestigahan ito ng ICC, na bunga lang ito ngayong panahon na presidente si President Marcos. Hindi po ito panggigipit kay Duterte, kundi isa po itong katunayan na merong justisya sa mundo. Kaya patuloy ka pa rin, itataya ang buhay ko para sa inyo. Dahil alam ko, punong-puno tayo ng pangarap na gusto nating magbago ang bansa natin. Kaso nga lang, walang tumatayo, walang nakikipaglaban, at walang totoong nagmamahal. Masakit man tanggapin, Pilipino tayo, pero binababoy tayo. Kaya ko ito pinaglaban. Na kahit itaya ko ang buhay ko, hindi ko tatalikuran ang pinangako ko sa inyo.